All right, welcome to The Explainer. If you're a fashion founder, you're probably a creative genius. You know how to make incredible things, but turning that brilliant design into actual customers, well, that's a whole different ballgame. Today, we're drawing up the battle plan, the roadmap to take your brand from a cool idea to a sales powerhouse. So, you've poured your heart and soul into creating the perfect collection. The designs, flawless. The fabrics, amazing. But now you hit that wall, right? The million-dollar question. How in the world do you find the people who are actually going to buy this stuff? It's so tempting to just jump straight into posting on social media or throwing money at ads. But hold on. That's like setting off on a cross-country road trip with no map, no GPS, nothing. Before you hit the gas, you need a strategy. This is your compass. It's the one thing that makes sure every single thing you do is actually pushing you forward. Let's get one thing straight. Forget about buzz, forget about likes for a second. The one word, the only word that really matters is traction. Traction is the cold, hard proof that people aren't just looking at your brand, they're buying it. It's the real, measurable pulse of a successful business. So how do you get that traction? It all starts with a 50% rule. And it's super simple, but you cannot cheat on this one. You spend half your time, half your energy on making your product amazing. And you spend the other 50% on marketing. An incredible collection that nobody ever sees, that's just a missed opportunity. These two things have to happen at the same time, period. Okay, but marketing, where do you even begin? There are a million options, and it's totally overwhelming. What you need is a GPS. And that GPS is called the Bullseye Framework. It's a system that's literally designed to help you find the one channel that's going to make the biggest difference for you. And here's how it works. You start out really wide, brainstorming literally every possibility. Then you start to narrow things down, running little cheap tests on your best ideas. But this last step, step 5, this is the secret sauce. And it's the hardest one, focus. The goal is not to be everywhere at once. The goal is to find the single channel that's on fire for you, and then pour all your gasoline on it. Okay, so your Bullseye Framework has locked onto a target. Now it's go time. This next part is all about actually making that first contact. Let's dig into the 4 main ways you can go out and find your people. When you really boil it all down, there are pretty much only 4 ways to get in front of people. We're going to look at each of them, from tapping into your personal network all the way to the raw speed of paid advertising, and figure out which one makes sense for your brand right now. Let's start with outreach. Think about it. Warm outreach is like talking to friends. The trust is already there, so it's high conversion, but you can't do a ton of it. Cold outreach, totally different beast. It's a pure numbers game. You can reach thousands of people, but you're starting from scratch with 0 trust. It's all about persistence. This quote right here, this is the key to creating content that works. It's not about just spamming your feed with buy my stuff photos. You've got to give your audience real value. Show them 3 ways to style that new coat. Teach them something. When you reward them with your knowledge, they'll reward you with their attention and loyalty. All right, let's talk speed. If you want to go fast, paid ads are your rocket fuel. A great ad just has 3 parts. Part 1, the call out. You've got like 2 seconds to stop the scroll. You have to call out your perfect customer directly. Next up, number 2, value. This is crucial. Don't just sell a dress, sell the feeling of wearing that dress. Show them the dream outcome. Show them the confidence, the style, the solution to their I have nothing to wear problem. And finally, number 3, the CTA, the call to action. You cannot be shy here. Tell them exactly what you want them to do next. Shop now. Get your limited edition piece. Be clear, be urgent, and make that click impossible to resist. Okay, awesome. You got their attention. They clicked. Now what? The job isn't done. Now we have to turn that click, that initial interest, into an actual sale. Welcome to the art of conversion. See, to get someone from just looking to just bought, you can lean on some pretty basic human psychology. Things like scarcity. A limited drop makes people want it more. Urgency. A flash sale makes them act now. Even getting a small commitment like an email sign up makes them more likely to buy later. It's not about tricks. It's about understanding how people make decisions. But you know what? All those triggers don't mean a thing if the process is a pain. The single most important thing you can do is make it easy. Every extra step in the checkout, every confusing button on your site, it's like a little roadblock. Your job is to clear the path and remove every bit of friction between I want that and order confirmed. And now we get to the final stage. And honestly, this is the most powerful part of the whole thing. This is where we stop thinking about single sales and start thinking bigger. This is about creating true fans who will build your empire for you. This quote says it all, really. It's the absolute truth. You can spend millions on advertising, but no ad you can buy will ever be as powerful as one of your customers grabbing their friend and saying, "You have to check this out." So how do you make that happen? It's not luck, it's a system. It's a feedback loop that starts with making sure you're selling to the right people in the first place, then blowing their minds with an amazing experience, and just constantly making everything better. You have to engineer delight. So, once you've got that word of mouth engine humming and you're ready to hit the gas, there's a really simple framework for scaling of your whole marketing operation. It's called More, Better, New. It's a simple 3-part game plan. First, just do more of what's already working. If an ad is working, spend more on it. Simple. Second, do it better. Tweak your process, improve your website, get your conversion rates up. And only after you've squeezed all the juice out of those two do you go looking for new channels to conquer. So what does more actually look like on a Tuesday afternoon? It looks like this, the rule of 100. It means taking 100 small primary marketing actions every single day. 100 emails sent, 100 comments replied to. That kind of intensity, that's what it takes to build real momentum. And that's it. That's the blueprint. We've built the entire growth engine, from finding that very first channel, to making contact, to converting customers, and then turning them into your biggest fans. Design is all there, so the only real question left is, how are you going to fuel it? All right, that's it for this explainer. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.